All the news right here. Don't go away.
Oh, you know we're going old school, busting out that vocabulary, squaller. What am I talking about? Well, you see, you have people who create things and are like on the top, or like nuclear physicists. Pretty much everybody like relies on them for the power grid, for like technological innovations, for maintaining the commercial uh, business entities or whatever to allow whatever more businesses to act independently and facilitate everyone communicating with each other. And then you go down a level and you're in the managerial position, you go down a level, you're in the employment position, and you keep going down levels, and you're going to find it eventually. You're going to find people who are incapable throughout their entire life of innovating, of possessing any form of knowledge that would serve a benefit to the future generations. Like they are like a step below, like even animals, if you will. There are worms, hence the title, worms. But what is squalor? Well, if you guys haven't played Dark Souls 2, I'll tell you what squalor is. It's filth. It's disease. It's everything. It's all the rot. And I've always wondered to myself, right? Like I saw this like video on Instagram. It's just like the usual. Like, people in Brampton, they find like, specifically they always go after white people. I don't know what it is. Like I think they want the white people to move out of Brampton, but they went on this guy's farm and they just tossed a bunch of garbage and they left. And the stupid part was when they tossed the garbage, they had like boxes that were being delivered to their house and shit. And like, it'd be funny if the guy got it wrong. And the guy was just like, just to throw the people off, they just used like a separate, like, this box with like this separate address. And it was, oh man, that would suck. But here we are. We're living in it in Brampton and shit, where, like their proclivity to throw garbage to basically fuck up their like lifestyle and like the lifestyle of everybody else, health complications, and they're proud of it too. Like the whole idea that they lack hygiene is something that they wear as a badge of honor, because not only is it their way of defeating you through like you getting sick from their diseases, but like think about it like this, right? You're in a world completely abstract to the place that you were born in, right? People here like actually care about like garbage, hygiene, all these things that a lot of people around the world just doesn't apply to them for some unknown reason. And that is one of the differentiations we have in our societies, is that we have people who are clean and they take care of what they have and they own what they have. And then you have people who don't own what they have. And this isn't a limitation, right? But I'm just saying, like, a lot of the times, like, this is like the opposite side of the spectrum, right? Like, they don't own anything, and yet they're fucking everything up. They're just causing, like, buildings to get condemned, cockroaches, mice, right? Like, it's a realization that when you're dealing with, like, homosexual guys who hide behind like this guise of false masculinity, when you're dealing with women who use the selective outrage to further their political positions and like social credit, when you encounter just any young individuals going to high school or college that are heavily indoctrinated, what you're dealing with is the reason of their existence. They want to create a decay. It's funny. I actually should have used that video from Monster Hunter with Baroth. Oh, that just like sums it up. So like they'll just like wallow in it. They just like to writhe in it. This filth. And like let's take for example, right? They're coming out with this new documentary, or like there's this episode on the BBC. It's just propaganda, and it's like showing how this guy on 4chan apparently it's like, like what the fuck? I hate adults, man. They're so fucking stupid that it's just like, just die already. Just fucking die, man. Do the world a fucking favor. If you're gonna be this fucking abundantly stupid and easily malleable from corporate entities, just do us all a favor and just suck a fucking shotgun. Suck on a fucking shotgun like a lollipop. Real talk. Because it's like you watch this thing, right? And I see the title from Asmongold. It said, "This will radicalize an entire generation." And you know what? I did not watch his one. I was just like want to avoid it because I knew that it was just gonna be like, you know what I mean, like something that's just gonna piss me off. So I'm just like, watching other videos, and then I don't know, I have autoplay on, and then the next video was another guy talking about it. It's just like I forget who it was, some random other dude just talking about how like the BBC is just creating this propaganda hit piece. No, Paul Joseph Watson, my bad. And he was talking about like, like how abundantly fucking stupid this is. This shit is actually happening. It's happening today. It's happening right now. They're flooding into your countries. Did you know that these guys are so horny for white girls that they'll build a tunnel to go inside of Poland to rape girls? Yeah. Can you imagine running through the fucking streets of Poland? Everyone's like ghost ass, blonde hairs, blue eyed, white. Yeah, you got some like brunette ass guys and shit, whatever, right? But like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like white man land. You're like right through. It's like cold and shit. It's like right next to France, the Ardennes. Like, how many people have died during World War II just fighting over that piece of land? God damn it! Germany knows what's up. France knows what's up. No, France doesn't know what's up. They gave up. America knows. Britain knows what's up. It's not the place to be. It's not the place to be, man. It's too fucking cold. And you run it up in that country, knowing you don't necessarily speak the language. They're gonna fucking find you like a fucking cockroach, like the fucking worms that you are. And like, yo, when you look at their faces, when you look at their living conditions, they live in squalor. They come from squalor. They are the rot of humanity. And we're seeing this in full force. Like, when you see, excuse me, these people who are past their prime, if you will, and they're doing like crazy ass shit, like attacking police officers, ICE officers, joining protests, yelling at the top of their lungs, all that shit, right? Yeah, that's what it is, man. Like, there are people who have an affinity to the rot of humanity. It's kind of like, fuck, 40K reference, right? It's kind of like Nurgle, they find like happiness in the entropy of humanity. They pray to the gods of Slaanesh and Nurgle. But to real talk, I don't think they get along. Technically speaking, in 40K, those chaos gods don't get along. Like, Nurgle gets along with Khorne, which actually explains the aggression. Like these fucking these wackos and shit. Like how they're fucking, like, how are you so fucking weak? Well, it's probably the drugs, right? Like you're so fucking weak and pasty and skinny and shit. Like even this guy who's like shouting Allah Akbar lives in a fucking, what was it, 58,000 fucking hundred? No, 5,800 square foot mansion in upstate New York. What the fuck, dog? Get the fuck up out of here. And yo, their squalor serves two purposes, like, for your benefit. Number one is their air quality sucks. Like, I actually know now, like, why these guys jump on roids and shit, right? It's not because like they're genetically weak. That's also a reason. But also, like, on top of that, you have the factor that you can't build muscle naturally. You don't clean your fucking house. You live with vermin. You embellish it. You don't want to wear underarm deodorant. You don't want to do anything. It's just a bust for you. Like, I love how like some people think that they can throw on like a name brand shit and then pass themselves off as like being stylish and shit, when the things that matter the most, how you smell, how your hair looks, how your skin is, all that shit, right? And I'm not talking about some it's funny how Clav is breaking down. He's like, girls don't like me. I just gotta stay true to my homies. I think actually I was wrong about him. I don't think he's playing Andrew Tate and all these people. I think he actually might be, it's okay, man. Like, I don't want people. Well, I don't think I could stop them, to be fair. But I don't want people necessarily to make fun of the gays, at least initially, Just like let them, find themselves, and then like give them the space that they like. I would give them space because I just don't want to be around them and shit. But it's like, just give them the space. Don't worry about them. Let it go. Let it go. And to that, like when we're dealing with like the younger crowds trying to get influenced by these old ass mans and shit, like again, going back to, I'm just gonna keep saying it, man. Get in there, do what you gotta do. Like the way I see it is like this. Okay, a lot of people out there are pissed off at the idea that you have to admit that some of the things, and this pisses me off too, trust me. Some of the things that your parents, raised you to do or taught you how to do matters. You want to know why it matters? Because when you have kids, if you didn't do what they told you to do, you're going to have problems. And they didn't just tell you one time. They yelled at you, you know what I mean? If your parents love you, they made sure you knew what this was. They made sure that you cleaned your room every fucking week. Every fucking week. At least. Clean around the house. Pick up a fucking, dusting brush. I hate this, to be honest, because, I'm smoking. I come back inside. I got all that dust off of me. I brush off my shoulders. It goes all over the fucking place. I got like ghost white, like fucking dust on the desks and shit. I have to clean it off. No one's gonna do it for me. I have to clean it off. And the reason why I have to keep reinforcing this position onto myself is because when I have kids, they're not gonna do it. Maybe my wife will do a little bit here and there, but I don't want her to do it. Well, I'm not going to prevent her. I'm going to be like, hey, put that duster down. It's my job. No, be like, do you need help? I could do this, this room, that, whatever, right? Do you think that these illegal immigrants that are bum rushing Europe right now share the same sentiment that I do? Like, real talk. Okay. Now, there's things like maids. There's things like those robots that are like these pucks on like wheels or whatever, and they just like drive around the room, vacuuming and stuff. So some real rich man stuff, right? So self vacuuming like robots and shit. You have you can even hire like family members, like come clean this house or room for me. I'll pay you like this and this. Excuse me. But what are we dealing with our with these illegal immigrant guys? Is that a lot of places are getting condemned? Like the hotels that they're being held up in, like they're not doing so well. A lot of them are, and I think they're doing it on purpose to just like collect that tax. I mean, whatever refund money and shit. Is to just let them come into the hotel. The hotel can't fix the damages but they're probably insured and shit, right? So they're probably like doing that on purpose to run that hustle, because the government basically told them to, mandated like, this thing that's your personal property is going to be used to house a bunch of fucking child rapists, and you have no chance or no say against it. And they're child rapists because they just do not stop raping. They do not stop raping. This is the fucked up part I hate about society, right? I turn on, city TV news, right? Trump has announced his victory over the IRGC and is talking about like instating the leader of, well, the son of the Prince of Persia, right? Well, he was the King of Persia, so this is the Prince of Persia, right? As the leader. But he knows if he brings his name up, he's got a big ass target on his back. Iranians have targets on their back. Jewish people have their like like I said, like they have their inner communities, specifically for the Orthodox people and the Hasidics and stuff. Yo, holla at Tyler Olivier. Yo, I hope he's doing well, man. That still fucking sucks. I'm never gonna stop bringing that shit up. Yo, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like pointing the finger at like these Somalians and shit and not do it back at the Jews. But then you gotta look at California and see how deep the fucking hole goes. I saw this one title and I was just like getting my fingers crossed. I'm like, is she actually gonna get deported? And I'm like, nah, she's just like dragging her feet. This is the squalor that she lives in, the Minnesota squalor and stuff. Because they just want the rot to take you to defeat you. It's like biological warfare. I was watching this one by Stevie Knight. Like I have a lot of respect for this guy, but I had to switch off because I gotta say it, man. Trump is the best. Trump is literally the best. Okay, all it takes is that guy, the Prince of Persia guy, to be the de facto leader. And he said he doesn't want to be the leader. He's like one of those guys who's like, you know what? I know that people may or may not be in favor of my leadership, so I'll just leave it up to a democratic vote. Like a guy who literally lived in exile and like, whatever, probably had some people trying to kill him and shit, has no war in him. Like he has no aggression in him. It's kind of weird. Every single time you talk about like these Muslims are always geared up and ready to go. Oh, you're insulting Muhammad. Oh, I can't pray here. I can't go into your fucking privately owned business, jump in your fucking what is it, storage area and pull out my prayer mat and start praying. I'm not allowed to do that. You have something against our pedophilic religion? Yeah, of course. You fuck kids. Everybody does. Everybody's gonna have kids one day, and you have a religion that enables grown ass men to fuck little kids, to rape little kids, to marry off to little kids. I see this one posted on Instagram constantly, like, this 20-year-old is marrying this 70-year-old. It's like, this is fucking subhuman, dude. You're fucking subhuman. How the fuck are you gonna tell me otherwise? Nuh-uh. Out. Out of the human race. The human species has done so much better. We do not need to drag our feet with these fucking cockroaches, these vermin, these scum. Because they've made their bed and now they have to sleep in it. Look, there's a bunch of ugly girls out there. I don't like to use that term, but I just have to like throw that out there as like it's a consequence of our reality, right? And they need to be loved. And you know what you have in common with them? You're delusional. You're both delusional. You have delusions of grandeur. You have this complete lack of self-awareness, no hygiene, and you want to not only rape women, but you want to gang rape them. You want to make it a concerted effort. You want the police to be on it. You want security guards and like taxi cab drivers and whatever, teachers, everybody to be in on the systematic. First, they're going to start with white people. Then they're going to go to East Asians. Then it's everybody else. Okay? That's how it's going to work out. And you do not ever shut up about what they're doing. They are raping women. Rape. R-A-P-E. I-N-G. Rape. They are raping, as in you're doing it as a verb, adjective, whatever, adverb. I don't fucking care. Fuck my grammar. I play too many video games. I just ask ChatGPT to fix my fucking language barrier. Dude, wait, I don't speak English though. Shit. Oh, dude, like they probably hate that shit because when they pulled this documentary on the BBC, right? Whatever, not documentary, this fake propaganda, whatever the fuck it is, some bullshit. They don't want you to say the R word, but yeah, you just got rocket, man. They want to rape girls. They want to rape little kids. They want to rape grown ass women. I heard this one. I don't know if it was true or not. It just sounds so horrible. I just wish it was not true. This guy, migrant, comes in and rapes a pregnant girl as she's like, trying to deliver her baby. She's in labor and shit. It's like fucked up, eh? Rape. R-A-P-E. It fucking pisses them off too. And don't pretend that it's just the Muslims, man. The Sikhs are involved in it, especially, man. And the Sikhs know about this. They know all too well that like their kind is embedded with the Muslims. They share the same bloodline. They want to rape and gang rape and get like people to say nice things about them or to speak favorably about them, so that when you run out of air and you die, no one knows. That's right. It's a metaphor, but it also makes a lot of sense. You see, it's kind of like how they want to be the victors and they write history, or in their feeble minds rewrite history because they're not part of history. They aren't even part of the human race. Human beings do not rape. We have natural selection. Make the right decision.